Do you know who Diddy is? His real name is Sean Combs, but most people call him Diddy. He is a very famous singer and music star. He has made songs that lots of people love. He has a big family, a big house, and lots of friends. But sometimes, even famous people have problems at home. This story is about something very surprising that happened to Diddy. Some secret audio tapes of Diddy were found and shared with everyone. These tapes were not meant for the public. The most surprising part is that it was his own daughter who shared them. One sunny afternoon, Diddy's daughter was cleaning up their house. She was going through old boxes in the garage and found a small box hidden behind some books. She opened it up and found some old cassette tapes. These were special tapes that you could play in a tape player to hear what's on them. She was curious, so she took the tapes to her room and played them. She heard her dad talking about different things. He talked about his job, his family, and things that made him happy or sad. Some of the things Diddy said on the tapes were private. Some were even secrets. His daughter didn't know what to do. She thought about keeping the tapes a secret, but she felt confused. She wondered if maybe people should hear what was on them. Diddy's daughter started thinking about her family. Sometimes she felt like her dad didn't really listen to her. She wanted to be heard too. Maybe sharing the tapes would help other people understand her feelings. Or maybe she just wanted someone to pay attention to her. Some people think she leaked the tapes because she was upset. Others think she wanted to show the world what Diddy is really like at home. No one knows for sure except for her. The tapes had lots of different recordings. Some were silly and some were very serious. Here are some of the things that Diddy talked about on the tapes. In some parts, Diddy told jokes and funny stories. He talked about times when things didn't go right at concerts. He laughed about silly things his kids or friends did. These parts made his daughter laugh too. Other parts of the tapes were not so funny. Diddy talked about disagreements in the family. He said he sometimes got mad at his kids or wished things were different. He talked about arguments about who gets to use the car or who gets more allowance. Some of the things he said were hurtful. A few recordings had Diddy talking about his job. He talked about other music stars, and sometimes he said things he didn't say in public. He talked about deals he made and things that maybe weren't very fair. On the tapes, Diddy also shared his feelings. He said he loved his family, even when they made him upset. He talked about being proud of his children. He even told stories about when he was a kid and how he sometimes felt alone. After his daughter listened to the tapes, she still was not sure what to do. But one day, she showed the tapes to a friend. That friend thought they were very interesting. The friend told some other people, and soon, more and more people wanted to hear them. Before long, someone put the audio tapes on the internet. Now everyone could listen. Reporters started talking about Diddy's tapes. TV shows played small parts of them. People at school talked about them too. People everywhere were surprised. People who liked Diddy were sad because they didn't want to hear anything bad about him. Others thought it was interesting to hear what he said when he was not on stage. Some people thought Diddy seemed mean, while others felt sorry for him. His fans started talking about it online. Some fans said, "We still love Diddy." But other people asked, why did he say those things? Everyone had an opinion. Diddy did not feel happy about what happened. These were his private words. He didn't want the whole world to hear them. He released a short message saying he felt very upset and that everyone should respect his privacy. He also said that even though someone hurt his feelings, he still loved his family very much. Diddy's helpers, like his manager, said it was very unfair for the tapes to be shared. Diddy and his daughter did not talk to each other much right after the tapes were shared. She was scared that her dad would be angry forever. She didn't know if he would ever forgive her. Their family tried to keep things normal, but it was hard. Diddy's other kids were confused too. Should they support their dad or their sister? Everyone felt sad for a while. Lots of Diddy's friends talked about the tapes too. Some said it was wrong to share family secrets. Others said maybe it was good to talk about problems, even big ones. One friend said, "Every family has hard times. I hope Diddy can forgive his daughter." Another person said, "Even famous people have feelings. They need help too." Reporters loved talking about the story. Newspapers wrote about the tapes. TV shows did interviews about them. Everyone wanted to know, why did Diddy's daughter do it? Some reporters said it was a lesson. Be careful what you say, even at home. Others said people should forgive mistakes and learn from them. Not everyone thinks the tapes should have been shared. Some say it is never right to share someone's secrets, especially your own dad's. Others think that talking about big feelings can help families. Diddy's daughter wasn't sure either. At first, she was scared she did something very wrong, but some people said she was brave for sharing the truth. After a while, Diddy and his daughter tried to talk. First, it was hard. They didn't know how to start, but then they remembered families can forgive. Diddy told his daughter he was very sad, but he still loved her. She said she was sorry. It was not easy, but they decided to try and be close again. Other family members helped them too. This story teaches us that every family has problems, even famous ones. Sometimes people say things they wish they hadn't. Sometimes kids and parents don't understand each other. But even when big problems happen, people can forgive each other and try to make things better. It also shows us to think before we share secrets. It is important to ask, will this hurt someone? Even if you feel hurt or left out, there might be a better way to fix things. Even weeks later, people kept talking about the tapes. Some said they were glad to know more about Diddy's life. Others said it was not their business. Some schools had talks about privacy and family feelings. Teachers told kids to talk to their parents if they felt sad instead of sharing secrets. Parents talked to their kids about being honest and kind at home. Diddy tried to be strong, even when he felt embarrassed. He told his fans he would keep making music. He said mistakes happen in every family. He also started spending more time with his family. He asked his kids what they needed from him, and he tried to listen better. Diddy said he wanted his family to be close again. One day, Diddy made a special dinner for his family. He cooked everyone's favorite food and played their favorite music. At dinner, he thanked everyone for being honest, even when feelings were hurt. He gave his daughter a big hug and told her he loved her no matter what. She hugged him back and said she was sorry. The whole family felt a little better. They learned that sharing feelings can be scary, but important. They promised to talk to each other more often. Diddy's story teaches us that even stars are just people with feelings like everyone else. Sometimes families have fights, but forgiveness is possible. Secrets can hurt, but talking and listening can help. Even if you do something wrong, it doesn't mean you can't fix it. Talking, saying sorry, and trying again can help families be strong. You might see people on TV or hear stories about famous people like Diddy. Remember, they are just people trying their best, like you and your family. If you ever have a big problem, talk to someone you trust. You might find that even the hardest problems can get better with time, love, and a little forgiveness. And that's the story of how Diddy's secret tapes were leaked by his own daughter, and how even after hurt feelings and mistakes, families can find a way to come back together again.